for growth would have been Nadine Ross, right? This ex-paramilitary leader of Shoreline.
Yeah.
I mean, and the personalities couldn't be further apart. You have the enigmatic Chloe Fraser, hustler, wheeling, dealing, always backing out when it gets too tough. And then the pragmatic, militant leader, Nadine Ross. It was perfect.
Yeah, I mean, when I first read that, I was like, oh, wait a minute. Chloe is like impulsive, and Nadine is so like calm and collected. I was like, and we're going to talk about teamwork, and they're going to solve this adventure together? Are we sure that's going to work out?
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly the question.
Yeah.
Right. So another thing we saw in that trailer is you guys revealed who the villain is in the game. And it's somebody that a lot of people might not have known about. I think diehard Uncharted fans might know who this is. Could you explain who that is, though?
The villain?
The villain.
Well, the villain's Asav. Asav is this insurgent leader who's basically, creating turmoil in India right now. And he also has entitlement to these lands, at least he thinks he does. There's two factions of the old empire, the old kings and the new king, which was a more progressive king. And Usman, who plays the character Asav, he's an amazing actor, did a really good job of bringing Asav to life, which is he believes in the old king. He believes in the purification of this establishment and wanting to gain back these lands for himself.
Right. These zealots, man, I swear, they just want everything to be their way.
Right.
All right, so, and that eventually forces Chloe and Nadine to join forces, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, well, they're after the Tusk of Ganesh, which is we always base our Uncharted on some seed of history. So the Hoysala Empire, which is a real thing, and we Unchartedify the ruins and bring a little there's like such a rich cultural history in India, and we blow it up to to 11 these giant statues of Ganesh that you see in the trailer, and so the setting just is everything Uncharted is there, and we have the Jeep is back. Chloe's the best driver in the business, so she's there, and we're pushing on exploration a little more in this game, kind of evolving it from the past games and just providing more player choice throughout. And
nice.
Yeah.
Other than the statues of Ganesh, are you guys going to get into any Hindu mythology, given like the vastness of that situation?
Well, these are archaeological sites. I have to say this, right? Because that's true. These are ruins of the great Hoysala Empire, right? And we did a lot of research to ensure that we, respect the religion. There are thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people, if not millions, that still practice Hinduism avidly, daily. So we wanted to approach this thing with respect, reverence, but at the same time in context of a game. So a lot of these archaeological sites are based on the Hoysala people and their empire.
And the story of the Tusk of Ganesh and how he lost his tusk, which they talk about in the trailer, that kind of thread, that is like from a real text in Hinduism. So there's like, we've taken it and made it as the base of our story.
Yeah.
Right. I really like how you guys always dig into the intricate history of these settings and of these cultures before you implement them into the games. It's always astounding to me. So I want to talk a little bit about the fact that this is the first Uncharted expansion, standalone expansion in history. You guys have never really done anything like this. What led you to this point right here?
Well, we explored many storylines. After we finished the Nathan Drake story, we were done with Nathan Drake. We were done. Oh. We wrapped it up.
Broke her heart. Broke her heart, man.
My boyfriend's gone. It's fine. No, I'm very excited for this one.
Yeah, well, we explored many different, because we have such a vast cast to pull from. We went down a few different storylines. We went through the Sullivan storyline. Even Cutter came back up.
Yeah.
And we were messing around.
We were talking about that.
We want to talk more about Cutter before this. We're going to.
But the Chloe story just kept jumping back out at us. It was, she's such a self-preservationist. She's always like bailing out at the last minute.
Right.
And she was just an intriguing character. Exactly.
Yeah.
She's a survivor. And we wanted to see how, just putting her up with someone like Nadine, if Chloe was the showrunner, if this was her job. How would she fare? What would she stand to lose now that she has everything to lose?
Right.
Would she go all the distance? Would she complete the task? So these were the questions we started with that led to the last thing.
You know, that's the one similarity I can see between the both of them. Is they're both kind of survivors. I kind of got that vibe from Nadine in Uncharted 4, the way she was. You could tell she really didn't like Wraith, but she was working with them because it was for her betterment, you know?
Of course.
And it was kind of the same thing with Chloe and Drake in Uncharted 2, so I really like that. All right, so, you know, I'm a big multiplayer fan. Kurt, you know this. You know this more than anybody. I love the Uncharted multiplayer. Will there be any tie-ins of any sort from the game?
So yeah, so Lost Legacy comes with the entire multiplayer suite of Uncharted. We're kind of unifying the multiplayer. So both Uncharted 4 and Lost Legacy have the same multiplayer. So you get everything with all the DLCs released, all the survival mode, the co-op, and then so all the DLC they've done, and then we're gonna have some Lost Legacy content in the future that we'll be talking about soon.
That is so great. How was it kind of taking this different path as far as narrative goes? You know, you had this wisecracking, very clever, witty Nathan Drake, and now you have like a completely different personality in the driver's seat. How was it kind of changing gears on that?
I mean, we built the game around Chloe, so you know the tone of the game reflects her state of mind and where she goes, the arc that we're going to be pushing. It's a little grounded, a little more grounded, maybe even darker at times, but it's still fun. Still has that sense of wonder and
Chloe
adventure.
in the end is a fun character.
Yes.
Right.
That's why we like her.
Yes.
So she fits the Uncharted, you know, the main character being a fun character is an Uncharted thing. So it fits right in.
Now I gotta ask, since Chloe is there, does that mean there's gonna be a lot more driving in this one? Because I gotta say, in Uncharted 4, I didn't do so well with those driving scenes.
The trident, the bow and arrow, the axe, the great battle in which Ganesh lost his tusk. We find these symbols. We find the tusk.
That's supposed to happen?
Dunno. Welcome to downtown Halabadu. Last known resting place of the Tusk of Ganesh.
I don't like it.
You don't like anything.
Oh, thank you. I'm slipping.
You know that treasure hunting is not at the risk of us, right?
Neither is being a mercenary.
You too. Partners.
And hello, gorgeous.
What a pleasant surprise.
You want the tusk? You need my help.
A thief,
Collector of antiquities.
a parasite, who exploits our struggle in order to fatten her pockets.
So that's a no. Felt like a no.
I must admit, you are quite the schemer.
You were going to sell me out, weren't you?
Your history with the Sav made you the obvious choice.
You lied to my face.
Cards on the table. I need your help. And if you want the tusk, you need mine.
Guess a limpet can't change his spots.
You know nothing about me.
Another casualty of war.
Don't!
PlayStation